This year, Nintendo seems to be focused on republishing their old cult classics that deserve a second chance on their newer, more popular console. The latest Nintendo Direct proves this. Some people see this as a cop-out. Shut up. You definitely haven't played all of these games, and if you're completely clueless, then don't you worry. I'm going to show you which ones to look out for. This is San Antonio because I'm at PAX and I needed a place to shoot, and here it is. They announced a bunch of games at the last Nintendo Direct, but there's also a ton of games coming out this year that they didn't talk about. We'll get to those, but first, let's go through the ones that they did talk about. If you've never played a Kirby game before, well then you're in for a treat. It's a very fun, lighthearted platformer with the unique mechanic of swallowing your enemies alive and absorbing their abilities. Kirby Star Allies is that previously unnamed Kirby game for the Switch, and it's up to 4-player co-op. One of the best parts about the Switch is how available the co-op is. No other systems have it in the same capacity. Kirby is one of Nintendo's most iconic characters, created by Masahiro Sakurai, the same guy who directed the entire Super Smash Bros. Series. Yeah, this game's gonna be worth a look. Every once in a while, Mario likes to take a little vacation, take a break from his daily grind as an underappreciated security guard for the princess to do a little sport outing with his friends. I wrote that bit when I was drunk and it was a lot funny. Whether it be golf, soccer, basketball, the entire Olympics, every time it's fun. Well, maybe not the entire Olympics, but golf had me doing the claw hand in frustration and somehow kept me wanting to play more. This time it's tennis. No, it's not just gonna be Pong. There's gonna be a story mode and bosses and shit. The draw to these types of games are the mechanics. Easy to learn, hard to master. There's always little nuances that give you an edge over other players. It feels really good when you nail a strike or when you have a good volley going. I know I'm a little bit of a Mario fanboy, but I promise you that this is going to be something you'll want to check out. I hope there's a playable demo first so people can ease into it. This is probably my most anticipated title from the Direct. That story mode has me really interested. GameXplain, as they always do, has a great trailer analysis that gives you some hints as to what characters or areas are going to be in the game. Luigi's Mansion, maybe? The World Ends With You's initial release has an 88 on Metacritic, but the iPad version has a 95, and the Switch version is probably more like that one. It's a rhythm-based JRPG, which isn't a good sell, but it's a cult classic. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. It's been 10 whole years since its initial release. So if you're a fan of obscure JRPGs, maybe take a look at this. Ys seems to be a big deal. That's how you pronounce it. I learned that by watching the Direct. Maybe it's because it's the first time we're seeing this on home consoles, which is not true. I wrote that too when I was drunk. Limited Run Games has it for sale. I literally just saw it on the show floor. So if you're a JRPG guy, you might want to give this one a look as well. Otherwise, I don't know, stick with me and we'll figure out what's good around here. People were speculating that Mario Odyssey might get paid DLC. I was very skeptical. I don't think Mario Odyssey is the type of game that would get paid DLC. But here we are, getting a free update from Nintendo with some weird-ass balloon hunting game. And by popular demand, Luigi makes an appearance. This is super bizarre. You literally hide a balloon for other players to find, or you try to find balloons other players have hidden. I feel like there's a lot of room for exploitation here. People are going to hide these balloons in the worst spots, and this game's gonna be not fun. I'm happy it's free. I'm sad that this is all Luigi's good for in Mario Odyssey, but at least new outfits is a good change. Can't say that alone will get me replaying the game too much though. Look, if you haven't played Mario Odyssey yet, what the hell are you doing with yourself? If you have, and you've already done everything there is to do, then I don't know if you should be too excited about this one. I'm super excited about Payday 2. It's been around for a while, but now it's on a portable console with LAN capabilities. So bam! Instant LAN party wherever you are. Imagine calling out commands to your friends that are right next to you. You don't even have to be home. You can be out at PAX South in front of gorgeous San Antonio skyline. The world is your clam. Oyster. What wasn't mentioned in the Direct is Morphe's Law. Now this is a brand new shooter with an interesting twist. Every time you shoot an enemy, the corresponding body part you shot grows on your body. So the better you do, the bigger of a target you are. I'm into this for the same reasons as Payday. LAN capabilities, online matches while in handheld mode. That sort of stuff. This is definitely going to be something to watch out for this year. Let's just hope they give us much better online features. This goddamn app isn't gonna cut it. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was very well received on the Wii U, but it didn't reach a wide audience because it was on the frickin' Wii U. So now it's being ported over to the Switch. It's a great game, just bear in mind that it's hard as hell. This isn't your typical casual Nintendo platformer. In fact, in this version, I'm pretty sure they added Funky Kong to make this game a lot easier. He seems to be a little overpowered and a little too bodacious. All right, a portable Dark Souls is a big deal. This is Dark Souls 1 remastered. I just hope that it feels a lot more like Dark Souls 3 and a lot less like Dark Souls 1. I played the first Dark Souls and honestly, I wasn't too into it. I think it's one of the first Let's Plays on the channel. Don't look for it. I'd much rather give Bloodborne a shot, but I know that's a Sony exclusive. I heard Dark Souls 3 is a lot more like Bloodborne, so I'm hoping that this remaster fixes a lot of the frustrations with the original game. This is definitely something to look out for if you've never touched the series, or if you're a big fan and want to revisit the classic. Among other things not in the Direct is Owlboy. Owlboy is a 2D side-scroller with the most beautiful sprite work that I have ever seen. That's really all I got for it. Expect a Super Nintendo feel, but on a larger scale. Look out for this one in February. Pocket Rumble is another indie game that's been on the back burner for so long that it was in my 9 games to play after Zelda video that I released back in March of 2017. Actually, it was the thumbnail of that video. In it, I said it should be coming out any day now. Still waiting. It's been out on PC for a while and people love it. They just want to see it on a portable console, once again, for that sweet local multiplayer. The big ones that we didn't see at the Direct are Yoshi. Where the hell was that one? You should be stoked for this for obvious reasons. A new Fire Emblem. I'm not a big Fire Emblem guy, but I know a lot of you guys are super stoked, so I'm stoked for you. Metroid Prime 4. We got an announcement last year at E3, but no gameplay footage outside of just a logo. This is one of Nintendo's most highly anticipated titles, but personally, I wouldn't hold your breath on this one until 2019. Don't get your hopes up for a 2018 release, because Pokemon was also announced last year at E3, and it's speculated to come out this year in 2018. And if it does, it's gonna be huge for Nintendo. Pokemon is the biggest intellectual property in the world. Yeah, that surprised me too. This is gonna sell a whole lot of Switches. Pokemon is gonna be Nintendo's holiday game this year, I guarantee it, but don't expect any more information about it until at least E3. And you won't have to keep an eye on it because the world will let you know. It's the first main series Pokemon game on a home console. No more of this 240p screen garbage. Full 1080p, baby. This game will be making waves. Bayonetta 1 and 2 are being ported over to the Switch, and this is great news because those are both 10 out of 10 games to a lot of people, and they deserve to reach a much wider audience. Bayonetta 1 and 2 have a 90 and 91 on Metacritic respectively. They're bullet hell action platformers? To me, I never would have guessed a game in that genre would be so well received. Usually you have to have a screw loose to want to subject yourself to that kind of difficulty, but Bayonetta pulls it off. Makes it more accessible. Definitely keep an eye out for those. And Bayonetta 3 will follow shortly after. So prep yourself with the first 2, or just jump in on 3 like I'm gonna do because I don't got time for that shit. The last Nintendo Direct that we got was called a Nintendo Direct Mini. If history has taught us anything, it's that these mini directs are almost immediately followed up by a much larger direct. For a mini, I think this Direct was pretty big. So if I had to guess, I would say mid-February, where we'll see a Direct focused on the bigger titles. Yoshi, Fire Emblem, I don't think so, but Pokemon maybe? Maybe Metroid if they're super ambitious. Last year was a great year for Nintendo, but this year, 2018, is going to be even better because so many more people have Switches and so many more people are going to be getting Switches. After all this hype, and especially all of the ports, I'm just a little bit disappointed that we didn't hear anything about Mario Maker. Maybe in February? Come Come on, guys. I just want a little more Mario Maker. So what do you guys think about the games coming out this year for the Nintendo Switch or for the DS, if you even care about that still anymore? What did you guys think of that January Direct? Were you disappointed? I know a lot of Nintendo fans were a little bit disappointed. But you know what? We did get a lot of stuff. So don't complain too much. Nobody even knew about Mario Tennis? Aces? That's what it's called. Anyway, leave it in the comments below, at me on Twitter, all this other social media garbage. We got new videos and live streams all of the time. This is the schedule right here. We also stream on twitch.tv/WulffDen, and we premiere a lot of videos over there. So if you want to see these videos first, you can head over there. And if you want to see more stuff from PAX South, head on over to our Instagram, because I've been posting a bunch of stuff on there. And of course, the most important things that you can do is subscribe. Share this video with a friend who you can share in the excitement about all the games coming out this year for the Switch that you want to play Morphe's Law with, because you'd be hyped about that game. Thank you guys very much. You have yourselves a very good week. I love you. Kiss your lens.